So I'm a money manager for a living. For many years, managed about $10.4 billion or so at JP Morgan. Very beginning of last year, had a client of their own volition lose an enormous amount of money. It was $41 million. Again, we weren't directing the trades. This was all of the client's volition. But anyways, they subsequently sued us last year. So that lawsuit came in June of 2024. To make matters infinitely worse, come to find out that this client was gambling with other people's money. So they were siphoning out basically what's called settlement funds to subsequently gamble with it on an investment side. I was put on paid administrative leave, separated from my clients, separated from my business, obviously was in a state of panic, state of fight or flight. But I was listening to a podcast, the Know Thyself podcast, and Joe Dispenza was on there. And was familiar with Joe's work from many years ago, working with a couple of executive coaches. But at that time, I just knew that that's what I needed. So I was very dedicated with getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning every single day. I would switch from doing blessings of the energy centers to the pineal gland meditation. But I would kind of pick 4 or 5 so that I didn't sort of get in the habit and the routine. I wanted to feel different feelings every single time that I was in there. Did them every single day for 3 months and then attended the Orlando event in October of last year. At the conclusion of that event, which was on October 26, about 4 or 5 days later, we get an email saying that that lawsuit had been dismissed with prejudice, all $41 million. And with prejudice means that subsequently it can never be raised again in a court of law. And so we were floored, we were speechless, just simply couldn't believe that this was happening. In my line of work, nobody walks away from a lawsuit, especially of that size. Normally there's some kind of settlement that happens. So for, again, this to just be completely dismissed, again, with prejudice, it's truly a miracle. The worst event that I thought could have happened to me in my life, which is something like that, turned to a door that's opened to everything that I want.